Hello and welcome to Veggie Patch Ideas. Today it's all about the tomato, and yes, I know it's February, it's the middle of February, so we'll go through it and we'll go through kind of what people do and what people say about starting now, and we'll try and break some myths and just give you some basic guidance on where to start. So February, the first thing you'll know if you're in the UK, you will need grow lights and you will need a heated tray. Even a windowsill, you might end up with leggy seedlings, and that's where you see most of the posts more of the time on Facebook than anything, just saying leggy seedlings, leggy seedlings, leggy seedlings when it comes to tomatoes. Now, we're in mid-February, we're the southwest of the UK here, so we get around 10 hours of daylight per day. That's not enough. In March, the same time in March, so the 15th of March, we'll get around 11 hours of sunlight, so that's still not enough. And even towards the end of March, it comes into around 13 hours, so it gets a little bit better. So, grow lights are a must, and you want to be keeping your tomatoes under grow lights for around 14 hours a day and give them a break. Don't leave it on 24 hours. Give them a good 8 hours off the light, and that will just let them recoup and come back strong, and you'll get a better plant. So grow lights are a must, and heat is a must for tomatoes. You can get away with germination as low as 10 degrees, but it takes an absolute decade, and you are at very high risk of your seedlings rotting out. So, I'm being dripped on. So you want your germination temperature to be anything over 20 degrees. That's why I say a heated mat or a tray will see golden with these tomatoes, just to get them off and started. And I've got a treat for you. I've got loads of different ones, and we're going to have an experiment this year. I've got my seeds, and we've gone for tumbling toms, so the ones you can pick up and eat like fruit, very tiny but very prolific. And we've got another mix, so we'll explain each one as we go through them, and I think we're ready to go. I've filled up the trays, and these are deeper cell trays, and these are basically from the garden centre, and I got some flowers in these, some lobelias, so I'm reusing what I've already got. These are nice and deep, so when my seedlings come through, I won't need to prick them out. I'm going to let them grow on, let them get tall, and then separate them into their into another pot, I'm mistaken, and that pot will then, they'll be planted deeper, because tomatoes, you can, when you get your seedling about this tall, you can repot them on deeper, say an inch deeper, and the roots will spread out on the stem, and it's really good. It gives a really good root ball to your plant, and we'll cover that in another episode, but that's why I do it this way. Less messing around, nice and deep, and I can leave them in here if I don't get enough time. So what we sow in first. So lucky dip, right, what's this one? So tomato brandy boy, and if you know this one, it's from a brandy wine. It's kind of a hybrid. It's a beefsteak, goes around 2 meters tall, and this one has gigantic fruit, so 5 to 6 inches in size. We're talking massive. So brandy boy is your one. I've got this from Just Seeds, the seed supplier, and there's 10 seeds in here, so not many, but that's 10 opportunities, let's say, to grow a decent tomato. So, and the reason I'm going for big tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes this year, is basically I'm fed up of growing smaller to medium size, having a lot of them, and then when I have a barbecue, I always end up going to a supermarket, buying a beefsteak and slicing it. So we're changing plans and we're going beefsteak only, well pretty much only. Right, Now, I'm going to do 4 seeds out of 10 now, and then next month I'm going to sow again. And it's just a case of a little bit of an insurance policy. So there is the brandy boy, and I'll sieve some compost over the top of these when we're done, and I'll leave a link to this company in the description if you're in the UK, so you know exactly where I got them from. Right, next up we've got tomato burlesque F1. This is a very heavy cropper and it gets to around 2 meters tall, even higher. This one's good because it's crack resistant. So when you get a large beefsteak tomato, you'll always see cracks. So hopefully this is a good crack resistant one. It says it's a heavy cropper, so I'm interested in seeing what this one does. And I haven't grown any of these before, apart from one. Germination wise takes around 7 to 14 days at room temperature. All of these do, by the way. Optimal, so if you've got it anywhere 25 to 30 degrees to germinate, it's going to take around 7 days. But room temperature, 16 to 20 degrees, it's going to take 7 to 14 days. Any colder, it will just take longer. And if you're leaving the soil very, very wet, you're at risk of it rotting out. So, and for such a big tomato, these are tiny seeds. So I'm doing 5 of them again. And as I've only bought 10 seeds of each, as an experiment, I'm hedging my bets and keeping some back, in case I end up complaining I've got leggy seedlings if my grow lights break or something. Right, okay, so that was the burlesque F1. They're in that like there. Next up, right, here's a good one, and you'll all have grown these. It's what you grow if you like picking tiny, you know, the little punnets of tomatoes, and you just eat them like snacks. This is the one you want. This is a tumbling tom. It's 4 hanging baskets that are around 30 centimeters. You just put one in the middle, it spews out all over the side. It's prolific. It just keeps on giving, and it'll go all summer. Don't need to prune it, don't need to train it, don't need to do anything. Just sit there, water it, and reap the rewards. Now I've got 15 seeds of these. This again was on my mum's shopping list. Can you grow, Glenn? Can you grow? So we'll do a few extra for the Maya. Right. There you go. So there's the tumbling toms. That's my dwarf tomato, and I'll have some in here and we'll pick off them as we go. The missus really likes these. She will eat them all day long if she could. So that one's in, and you treat them exactly the same. And if you're feeling brave, you could probably get away with these in a conservatory as well, to be fair, on a nice little pot on a windowsill. Right, next up we have tomato sandwich steak. Now, do you like your BLTs, your bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwiches? Or this is the barbecue time tomato. It's great, you can slice it. The skin is fairly firm on this one. So tomato sandwich steak, and it's got an old-fashioned taste. It gets pretty high, 2 meters. It's bright red and it's got a high yield apparently. We shall see, eh? Let's go. And if you're wondering sort of what sort of temperatures we're having right now, because I know this channel, it gets watched by a lot of different countries as well. So currently it's 3 degrees of an evening. It's very cold. It's been very rainy, so it's rained all month. And in the daytime temperature, it's around 10 degrees. So hence the reason, if you're in the UK, grow lights and heated mats are your friend. So what we got here? We got one. That hit me. Working in a danger zone here, aren't I? I've got 2 seeds stuck together. Can he? Yes. There you go. So that is the sandwich steak, Tom. Now, these will all be going in the polytunnel later on, and I'll probably only want 2 plants of each variety in the polytunnel. So always grow more than you need. You can give them away if they succeed, but if they fail, you've got backups just in case. And we do the 2 sowings just in case one lot fails or goes a bit manky. We've got a backup coming on, and they don't need to be planted out for a long while yet. So right, last up we've got tomato Shirley, and this is an F1 and this is a medium sized one. So as I've gone mad with beefsteak tomatoes, I've gone 1 medium just in case all these don't go right. Hopefully this will be my old reliable one. Gets to a good 2 meters tall. This one's early and it's kind of disease resistant. That's its main feature. So this is my safe bet. This is the Shirley F1. And we'll see what this gives us. It says it's a sweet taste, but it is subjective, really. Okay, we're in. And again, 10 seeds of these. And with this company, you can buy small amounts, so like 5 seeds, 10 seeds or more, and the price per pack depends on the seed. So you can, if you're just doing testers like this, you can get a small amount and have a little bit of fun for not a lot of money, which is what we want with the cost of everything going completely stupid. So a bit more in there. Right, they're done. So that was the Shirley F1. My backup in case it all goes wrong. Let's put these in, treat them like gold. Very precious. Give them some love, talk to them every day, show them some light. So, bit of a recap. They need to be under grow lights. Where's my sieve? They can germinate in the dark, and I say dark, they don't need any light to germinate, they need heat. So heat first, light second. As soon as they pop up and you see them break the soil, that's when the light comes on. Remember to give them a break from the light, so don't put them 24/7. And we should be on the way to having beautiful tomatoes. So I'd like to hear in the comments what tomatoes you're doing this year, what experiments you're doing. I'd love to follow along what you're doing as well. So keep me updated. And I'll water these through and get them straight onto the heated tray in my house where it's nice and warm, and we'll keep an eye on them. I'm saying they're going to germinate in around 12 days, I'd say, for these at this time of year. Avoid getting them leggy, stick them under lights, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.